review for X-Men Apocalypse. That's right, I'm outside because the apocalypse is about to happen. I'm kidding. I'm joking. It's a joke. The apocalypse is not about to happen. That was really cheesy. I understand that. Let's just get started talking about this film. I know I'm alone in this review, and that's okay, so I decided to take it outside. I've just seen this film about 2 hours ago, and you're going to hear some car activity because I live on a main road. It's going to be pretty crazy, but we're going to do it together, and we're going to get through this as a group, as a unit. So let's go. So, X-Men Apocalypse. It is the 8th film in the X-Men series, and it stars James McAvoy, it stars Michael Fassbender, you got Sophie Turner, you got a bit of all these other people, you got Quicksilver in here, you got Jennifer Lawrence in here, you got Oscar Isaac, you got Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse, and pretty much the plot of the film, it takes place after the events of Days of Future Past. Not the end of Days of Future Past, but, when it's still James McAvoy and everything that takes place after Days of Future Past with those characters. We're now here, and it takes place in 1983, and we have this new mutant, Apocalypse, who has been around for a while, but he's been asleep. And after waking up, he begins to cause havoc, and the X-Men have to stop him. And that's pretty much all I could tell you without getting into spoiler territory, but going into this movie, I loved Days of Future Past. I watched every single X-Men film. Actually, within the last 2 days, I binged watched, and I got really tired, and I lost a lot of sleep. But I watched every single one, including the ones that I did see. And at the end of the video, I'll give you guys a top 8. I believe that's how many we have now. I'll give you guys a top 8. But this one, after leaving the theater, it's not as good as Days of Future Past. And honestly, it's not one of the best X-Men movies, but it is a fine film. You know what I mean? This is a movie that you can go into, you can be entertained. It's not a fantastic movie, but it's a fun movie. It's a fun summer popcorn flick. The story's okay, but it's not the strongest sort of thing that you might be looking for, as complex and as well done as Days of Future Past was. This movie had a lot to live up to because it had some pretty big shoes to fill because of Days of Future Past, and it fit them a little. It's like this movie's shoe size is like an 8, but Days of Future Past had a 13 shoe size. So it put its foot in, but it didn't fill the whole shoe. You know what I mean? It only filled a bit of the shoe. But, look, all the performances in this movie are great. James McAvoy is great. Michael Fassbender is great. The only one that really bothered me was Jennifer Lawrence. I think she was kind of phoning it in. Now, some of the lines were good that she delivered, but just some of these other scenes, basically towards the end of the movie, it just seems like she's just there for a paycheck. She didn't really care. That's how I felt. Maybe it was the way the character was written, or maybe it's just the way Jennifer Lawrence decided to perform Mystique and Raven. But, look, the action in this movie is great. There is a lot of action in this film. This is about a 2-hour and 20-minute movie without the credits. And is it worth the whole, sitting there the whole time? Is it good? Does it deserve to be 2 hours and 20 minutes long? No, it doesn't. For me personally, this film could have been cut a good 20 minutes, maybe chop out some of the action from the end of the movie, chop out something in the middle of the film that kind of happens and takes place for a little bit of time. And I just felt like this could have been a little more stronger movie if that was the case. But even if they did shorten it in some places, I felt like just the script towards the end of the film got a little sloppy, and everything with Apocalypse, I didn't really, I was invested into what he was doing, but towards the end of the film it was just like a bunch of pretty pictures or nice images to just look at, and all the CG flying at your face, you know what I mean? It wasn't really emotionally gripping for me. I didn't really care. Sophie Turner plays Jean Grey in the film, and she is really good. I mean, I think she plays a very good younger Jean Grey. Thought she was great. If they do another one with her in it, I'd be excited to see it because she's a really good actress, and I enjoyed her in the film. Like I said, every performance is good, besides maybe a few lines from Jennifer Lawrence, which were phoned in. But the score, I really love the score. I'm very happy they decided to keep the same score that they use in X2, and also the one they used in Days of Future Past. The theme for the X-Men, they used the same theme at the beginning titles of the movie and the credits of the movie. I really enjoyed that theme by John Ottman, I believe that's the composer's name. But, this is the 4th X-Men film that Bryan Singer directed, and this is the weakest of the 4. But it's not a bad movie. Like I said, this is a fun, entertaining film. It just kind of falls apart towards the end of the movie. I just really was invested into the first hour, and I was really into it, but then it just starts to go on this tangent of, being long and just, overly bloated with a lot of things that maybe could have been cut from the film or just rewritten entirely. But yeah, it's a fine movie, like I said, and overall I'm going to give X-Men Apocalypse 4 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy it. I will pick it up on Blu-ray to, continue the collection I have of the X-Men films, which I do own all of them, and I will get this one as well. Guys, you can comment your thoughts in the comment section. Do you plan on seeing X-Men Apocalypse, and what did you think about it? If you did see it, let me know in the comments. Also, you can subscribe to this channel for upcoming movie reviews. You got Alice Through the Looking Glass coming out. You got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Out of the Shadows coming out, and the sequel to my favorite horror film of all time, The Conjuring 2. Some films that are coming out early June. Guys, I told you I was going to give you my top 8 X-Men films. Here we go. Number 1, I have Days of Future Past. Number 2, I have the first X-Men. Number 3, I have X-Men 2. Number 4, I have First Class. Number 5, I have this film, X-Men Apocalypse. At number 6, I have X-Men, or just the Wolverine, the Japan one. And then at number 7, I have X-Men Origins, Wolverine. And number 8, I have X-Men 3, The Last Stand. To me personally, that movie is an abomination against humanity. I hate that movie with a passion, and I just don't want to watch it again, ever. I just really don't like that film. It's horribly done, and just everything about it is just garbage. I'm not going to get into that, though. But there you go. That's my top 8. Guys, if you also want to comment your top 8 X-Men movies, feel free. I'm very curious to see. I want to know what you guys got for your top 8. And if you disagree with me about anything, let me know in the comments. Guys, you can follow me on Facebook and on Twitter. The links to those are in the description of this video. And you could also follow me on Snapchat at BrianKing72 and on Instagram at kingerrises131. Guys, that's about it. Thank you very much for watching my review for X-Men Apocalypse. Over and out.
I've never felt power like this before.